Imagine living in a place where breaking the law isn't about speeding or stealing. It's about dying. Thousands of kilometers from the North Pole lies a frozen Norwegian archipelago called Svalbard, a place so remote, so unforgiving, that one of the world's strangest myths has become its most famous headline. It's illegal to die here. At first, it sounds ridiculous. How could death possibly be illegal? But beneath that shocking statement lies a fascinating truth, one shaped by ice, science, survival, and one of the harshest climates on Earth. Welcome to Svalbard, a place where winter lasts for months. The sun disappears for over 100 days. And stepping outside town without protection could put you face to face with one of nature's most powerful predators. His isn't science fiction. This is real life. Longyearbyen is the world's northernmost permanent settlement with a significant population. Around 2,500 people call this frozen frontier home. There are no roads connecting it to the rest of the world. No forests. Almost no darkness during summer. And almost no daylight during winter. Everything here exists on nature's terms. And nature is always in charge. Now let's uncover the truth behind Svalbard's most famous legend. No, there isn't actually a law that punishes people for dying. The reality is far stranger. Back in the early 1900s, people who died in Longyearbyen were buried in the local cemetery. But something unexpected happened. The bodies didn't decompose. Because the ground remains permanently frozen, known as permafrost. The extreme cold preserved everything beneath the surface. The discovery changed everything. Today, when someone in Svalbard becomes critically ill or reaches the end of life, they are usually transported to mainland Norway. Not because dying is illegal, but because burial in Longyearbyen is no longer practical. Even decades later, scientists discovered that human remains were astonishingly well preserved. During studies conducted after the 1918 influenza pandemic, researchers even detected remnants of the virus in bodies buried in Svalbard's frozen ground. The permafrost had acted like a giant natural freezer. The frozen earth simply refuses to let nature do what it has done everywhere else for millions of years. It's one of the few places on Earth where the ground remembers almost everything. But frozen graves aren't the greatest danger here. Outside the safety of town, something else rules the Arctic: polar bears. Svalbard is home to thousands of them. In fact, depending on the season and population estimates, there can be as many or more polar bears in the region than people living in Longyearbyen. And unlike bears in many other parts of the world, these are not animals you can simply scare away. A fully grown male can weigh more than 600 kilograms, run faster than an Olympic sprinter over short distances, and detect scents from remarkable distances. Here, humans are not at the top of the food chain. That's why leaving Longyearbyen without proper preparation can be extremely dangerous. Guides often carry rifles not to hunt, but as a last resort if a polar bear charges. Most encounters end peacefully. The goal is always to avoid conflict. Visitors are taught to respect wildlife, maintain distance, and understand that in the Arctic, people are guests in the bear's habitat. It's a powerful reminder that survival here depends on caution, planning, and respect for nature. Yet despite the freezing darkness, despite the roaming polar bears, and despite the strange story that made this place famous, people continue to live here. Scientists study climate change. Students travel from around the world to learn about the Arctic. Perhaps that's why this isolated settlement fascinates so many people. Not because it's illegal to die, but because every aspect of life here is shaped by forces far older and far greater than ourselves. Svalbard isn't a place that defies death. It's a place that teaches respect for life, for the power of nature, for the limits of human control. and for the extraordinary resilience of the people who choose to call the edge of the world home. Families raise children beneath months of midnight sun and months of endless night. Life in Svalbard demands resilience. Every trip outside requires preparation. Every season brings new challenges. Every day reminds you how small humanity really is.